Hi and welcome to Tech Nation. Today, we're going to talk about the technology behind lie detector tests. Lie detector tests, also known as polygraph tests, are used to determine whether someone is telling the truth or lying. They are commonly used by law enforcement agencies, government agencies, and private companies. So how do these tests work? A lie detector test typically involves three main components: a physiological recording device, a set of questions, and an evaluator. The physiological recording device is a machine that measures and records several physiological indicators, such as blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and skin conductivity. These indicators can change when a person becomes anxious or stressed, which is often the case when they are lying. The set of questions is developed by the evaluator and is designed to elicit a physiological response from the person being tested. The questions may be about the person's background, the subject being investigated, or other relevant information. The evaluator is a trained professional who administers the test and interprets the results. They will ask the questions and analyze the physiological data collected by the machine to determine whether the person is being truthful or deceptive. It's important to note that lie detector tests are not 100% accurate and are not admissible as evidence in court in many countries. However, they can be useful in certain situations as an additional tool for detecting deception. One of the most common physiological indicators measured in a lie detector test is changes in a person's blood pressure. When a person becomes anxious or stressed, their blood pressure may increase. This increase can be detected using a blood pressure cuff, which is a device that wraps around the person's upper arm and inflates to measure the blood pressure. Another indicator that is often measured is the person's pulse rate. The pulse rate is the number of times the heart beats per minute and can increase when a person becomes anxious or stressed. The pulse rate can be measured using a pulse oximeter, which is a device that clips onto the person's finger and uses a small light to measure the blood flow through the finger. Respiration, or the rate of breathing, is another indicator that can be measured in a lie detector test. The person's respiration may increase when they become anxious or stressed, and this increase can be detected using a respiratory belt, which is a device that wraps around the person's chest and measures the expansion and contraction of the chest as the person breathes. Skin conductivity, also known as galvanic skin response, is a measure of the electrical conductivity of the skin. The skin becomes more conductive when a person sweats, and this increase in conductivity can be detected using a skin conductivity sensor, which is a device that clips onto the person's finger or palm and measures the electrical conductivity of the skin. The accuracy rate of lie detector tests, also known as polygraph tests, is a subject of debate. Some studies have suggested that polygraph tests can be accurate in certain situations, while other research has shown that they may not be reliable. One factor that can affect the accuracy of a polygraph test is the experience and training of the evaluator. An evaluator who is well trained and has experience administering and interpreting polygraph tests is more likely to produce accurate results than an evaluator who is inexperienced or poorly trained. Another factor that can affect the accuracy of a polygraph test is the type of questions being asked. Questions that are relevant to the subject being investigated and that elicit a strong physiological response are more likely to produce accurate results than questions that are not relevant or that do not elicit a strong response. Despite the debate about their accuracy, polygraph tests are commonly used by law enforcement agencies, government agencies, and private companies for a variety of purposes, such as criminal investigations, employment screening, and security clearance evaluations. However, polygraph tests are not admissible as evidence in court in many countries due to concerns about their reliability. It's important to note that polygraph tests should not be used as the sole means of determining whether someone is telling the truth or lying. They should be considered as one tool among many that can be used to detect deception. Here are a few astonishing facts about lie detector tests that you may not know. Lie detector tests were first used in the early 20th century, but they were not widely used until the 1930s. The first lie detector machine was developed by John Augustus Larson, a police officer and medical doctor, in 1921. Polygraph tests are based on the idea that lying causes a person to become anxious or stressed, which can be detected through changes in certain physiological indicators such as blood pressure, pulse rate, respiration, and skin conductivity. Lie detector tests are not admissible as evidence in court in many countries due to concerns about their accuracy and reliability. Some research has suggested that polygraph tests may be more accurate at detecting deception than chance, while other research has found that they may not be reliable. Polygraph tests are not 100% accurate and can be influenced by a variety of factors, such as the experience and training of the evaluator, the type of questions being asked, and the subject's physical and emotional state. In the United States, the use of polygraph tests for employment screening is regulated by the Employee Polygraph Protection Act, EPPA, which prohibits most private employers from using polygraph tests as a condition of employment. Some people believe that it is possible to beat a lie detector test by using techniques such as controlling their breathing or using countermeasures to alter their physiological responses. However, these techniques are not always effective and may be detected by the evaluator. Thanks for joining us on TechNation. We hope you learned something new about the technology behind lie detector tests. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tech-related content. See you in the next video.